Hello everyone and welcome back to season 2 episode 5 of Kali Call of Darkness. Last episode was a little enlightening. Ratan is a little I can't say that I have deleted him yet, but I can't trust him because he's way too sus. He says that he wants to help us, but he keeps on saying all of this stuff that makes me think that he actually just wants to hurt us, because he lets us wander in the dark knowing that we have no idea about anything that is going on, and he sent us all those threatening messages to lure us there. So he's shady. I don't think we can trust him. But anyways, let's see what this Brahim family member has to say to us. Having survived the attack, Amala and the team speak to the local Brahim about the first ritual murder. Meanwhile, the new team leader and Amala's younger brother arrive in Calcutta. Let's go! Episode 5, Where You Belong. When we arrived at the Brahim's house, Lima was already there waiting for us. When she saw us come in, she threw her arms around my neck. She didn't say a word. Oh, I knew she must have been worried when she heard about my disappearance. And who's this? She pointed at the man whom Killian and Ratan were dragging behind them. Haha. He attacked Amala. You were attacked? Again. I squeezed her hand. The door creaked and an elderly man came out of the house. Ooh.
Ah, here you are. Abby, why are you here with them?
Do
they know each other?
Killian didn't understand Bengali and the Brahim didn't speak English. Yes, he called him by his name. Do you know each other?
How can I not know my son? Ooh! He attacked her to force it into my tuna. What?
Yes, that's your son.
Abba, is this true? No, it's not.
Uh-huh. It was time, this little... Oh!
I had to. It was time. I don't know what to say, son. Ritual Matuna is impossible if you're coercing someone. You know that perfectly well. Let him go. Abba, go to the first home shrine and wait for me there. Beg mother to forgive you for your offense. Such a serious offense.
I repeated his words to Killian. He was surprised, but listened and let Abby go. The man walked away, heading somewhere on the grounds behind the house. He looked lost and upset. No, I don't care. The Brahim turned to speak to us.
My name is Mahavir. I know you well, Ratan Vaish. Who are your guests? This is Amala, Lima, and Killian. They're British. Amala, you're not from here.
My family is from India. My last name is Khan.
And where were you born?
In London.
Interesting.
The Brahim nodded again, looking me up and down.
You look disheveled. Did my son do this?
Yes.
Coercion. It's a very serious offense. It's painful to know that my own blood, my son, has done this to you.
Mahavir waved his hand.
Come on, I'll boil some water for you to wash up.
He at least seems to have sense. He nodded at Ratan.
His house doesn't have proper living conditions. I don't live there. I know. I also have some women's clothes. When someone becomes a widow, she gives her belongings to others. As a Brahim, I'm often given gifts. I don't need saris, but I didn't throw them away. Who knew they were waiting for you?
The man stayed outside while I washed myself. There were no rooms in the house. I was hidden only by a simple old curtain. Having finished as quickly as possible, I changed my clothes. No. Ooh, yes. I like this one better. And it suits my hair. And fix my hair, let's go. Okay. I'm gonna go with this. They look like highlights to me. I felt better afterwards. When we all gathered in the house, Mahavir looked at us, his gaze heavy.
You've been waiting for me. What do you need?
I explained to him the reason for a visit and mentioned the murder. He sighed.
These are our village's affairs. You shouldn't meddle.
I touched the Brahim's hand, looking at him with pleading eyes. Please. Mahavir slightly flinched when he felt my touch.
You finally came here.
Finally? We were waiting for you, not the other way around.
So the owls, is it true?
He glanced at Ratan, the guide nodded.
I see, this is serious.
Lima was studying Mahavir, his behavior and facial expression.
Still, it's good that you're here.
Uh-huh. The Brahim looked into my eyes.
Right where you belong. I understand you wish to know everything. I won't keep you waiting. It's natural for a child to yearn for her mother.
Ooh! Sorry. I don't understand. I really don't right now. It's not possible for us to be her daughter, right? I was confused. I suddenly remembered my vision in the forest and the women who beaconed me. Did he feel something right now when I touched him? I'm definitely not from his caste. I don't have that power. However, when I touched Mr. Rose's body, I saw something too. I should probably ask him about it.
Sanji's murder 23 years ago when the Dubai came here to investigate wasn't the first. If you could the primordial Jannah, it was the second.
What's wrong? Killian didn't understand Ibrahim, but was watching me closely. The primordial Jannah? A ritual?
Yes, the first blood that sprinkled the earth and marked the beginning. The beginning of everything.
What?
I'm surprised you don't know.
Ibrahim exchanged glances with Ratan again.
So it's not time yet.
And he knows as well about us. I hate this. So they all know what we are and they don't want to tell us anything. I hate... Yeah. Why are they looking at each other? Talk to him, not me. I'm still here. And I really want to know what you mean.
If he lets me, I'll tell you.
How much influence does Ratan really have? That! Who are you, Ratan?
Why are they looking at each other?
That! The Brahim is asking him what he can or can't tell me.
Vaish, should I throw you out of here?
Killian! Lima whispered to Killian and me. The Brahim is asking permission for a reason. He's scared. His quick glance as he's watching Ratan fearfully.
The primordial Jannah was the start of everything that's happening now in Calcutta. It all started with blood on our cliff. It always starts with blood.
This. From my vision, I guess. Or not, I definitely heard something about the bloody cliff. Of course it was in the diplomat's diary. He wrote about it. How could I not remember? Your memory failed you. This is so funny. I grasped the fabric of my sari and a little anxious, but I still asked, Mr. Mahavir?
God forbid. I am no master.
I'm sorry. Did another British man visit the village before us a few weeks ago?
No one has visited here for a very long time. People used to come here often, especially when Klippagrami was under the protection of two influential families. Now one of them is gone, and the other one doesn't have the time. The Dubais are busy with something more important than us.
The Dubais and someone else, the man Sanji, was killed during a ritual, right?
Yes, he became number one.
They are numbered in Brahim, aren't they? The first, the second.
That's right, girl.
So there are 6 of them in total.
You seem very drawn to this topic, and you have a very inquisitive mind.
Thank you. Yes, I'm interested. I am. What's happening here is unique. I want to figure it out, even if it scares me a little.
Anyway, that's all I know. All this is not our concern anymore. If you want to find out what's going on in Calcutta, you need to ask those who are directly involved.
AMRIT. But we already asked him and he said he doesn't know anything. Those who are directly involved, as I've learned, that's not Ratan, not the guide. There are 2 options left, the cold or the Dubais, But should I even ask Mahavir? What if he refuses to answer? Ask him, The worst thing he can say is no. I have one last question. Do you know who's behind this? The Dubai family or some kind of cult?
What is your question? Do you want to know who's involved in the Calcutta murders or in the disappearance of your diplomat?
The latter. After all, that's why we're here.
Then I advise you to look closely at the Dubais. I knew it. Nothing happens in Calcutta without that knowledge.
You've earned useful information. I was right to think it was them. Yes. I did say it was the Dubais, right? That was a choice. That's why I gained a respect point. The Dubais are involved in the diplomat's disappearance, or at least know something about it. Your guess is close to the truth. See, I knew it. Like I said, I know things, okay? I'm good. One more question. Did you see something when I touched you?
No, I felt energy.
And you can see the past if you touch someone or something? Mahavir stared at me for a while. My colleagues seemed concerned by how confused he looked.
No, that isn't normal.
It isn't normal, he said.
That's all I have to say.
We got up ready to leave. My colleagues walked out, but I was the last leaving the house. On the door, Mahavir took my hand. He looked straight into my eyes and whispered,
Beware of Vice, child. He isn't as simple as he looks.
Oh, I already knew, sir. What do you mean? I know that it has something to do with...
That's not what I mean. It's like he's different. No living person has such inner tranquility. Oh! Sometimes he would spend weeks in the village, and I've never seen him grow a stubble. How can it be?
He's immortal. Let me stop.
Not to mention the lack of wrinkles.
Oh! So I was right with what I said? He's immortal? After all, even Killian's face has grown a little stubble over these 2 days. All right, thank you. Do you know who he really works for? Or who he is?
He's the one who maintains order. Be vigilant.
You keep on becoming more and more sus, Ratan. Soon after we returned home, we had a simple dinner and settled down for the night. Ratan said that he had some business to attend to and then left once again. Clearing the table, Ima groaned. It was weird, that Brahim. Why? I was watching him. He didn't take his eyes off you and looked at you too closely. I'm not sure he was always honest in answering your questions.
I'm not surprised.
And he was really scared of Ratan. He tried to appear calm, but his body language betrayed him. I didn't tell my colleagues whose fault it was that I ended up in Calcutta. I wanted to figure everything out by myself first. I think they deserve to know, though, because they are also dragged into the story with finding the diplomat. It was scary for me to sleep alone in the bedroom. On top of everything else, now I was also afraid of Ratan. I'm not afraid, I think he's sus. Because of his orders, I was forced to take part in this investigation and sent to Calcutta. How did he know about me? Why would he need me? How did I talk to him now? Who is he? My questions tormented me. It was hard to fall asleep thinking that the previous night someone had got in through the window and cut off a lock of my hair. However, there was nothing I could do. I didn't want to bother my colleagues. Before going to bed, I carefully checked the windows and doors to make sure that everything was locked. Only after doing so, I managed to close my eyes. Ratan returned at breakfast.
Since the Brahim's arrival, the fog has lifted a little. The phone connection has also become better. I managed to get through to the driver, but he refuses to come back here.
What do we do then?
It's okay. My agency will send a car for us. We're not going to stay here. They'll have to drive for at least 4 hours. Yes, we'll have to wait. I'll come back for you when the driver arrives.
And what are you going to do in the meantime?
I still have a few things to take care of.
Alone. He left the house heading somewhere else. He's disappearing again. Where is he always going? Should I follow him? Yes. We need to clear things up, but first I'll see where he's going. I want to take a walk. Oh, Mala, wouldn't it be better for you to stay at home after what happened yesterday?
I agree. Stay here, Mala, otherwise I'll have to come with you.
Stop controlling me, damn it. I'll stay near the house and won't go anywhere far.
Okay then, but I'm serious. Please be careful.
Honestly, you have grown closer. Oh, honey. I went outside. Honestly, I would have taken him with me. Just to, have a bystander. Some other eyes. A second opinion. I could feel several stares following me around the village. A bad omen, and yet they're staring so intently. Turning my head, I noticed Ratan disappearing into the forest. Again, you're going into that damn forest. I felt a little uneasy thinking of going back there, but I followed him anyway. I don't trust your sorry ass for a minute, so I have to follow you. For a while, he just kept walking, without turning around, without stopping, as if nothing bothered him. I have the feeling that he knows that we're there, just because he's so shady. The deeper we went, the more clearly I could hear a noise in the distance. Ratan stopped all of a sudden, then turned around. I stiffened, quickly hiding behind a tree trunk. He disappeared behind the trees again. He knows. Did he see me? Yes. He wouldn't have smiled. He wouldn't have smiled if he didn't know we are following him. I waited for a moment or two, then I walked, following the noise. Oh, beautiful. I suddenly came across a small waterfall in the thickest part of the forest. It was fresh and sunny here. Clothes were piled near the shore. Ratan was standing in the water, naked up to his waist, bathing his face in the sunlight. His wet, dark hair clung to his skin, as droplets of water trickled down his slender body. That's what you had to do. You had to take a shower. And that's what you couldn't tell us. Did he just come here to bathe? Damn it, I feel like a fool. What did I even want to achieve by following him in secret? I need to have a straightforward, honest conversation with this man. Disappointed, I decided to go back. If I remember yesterday's path correctly, that Alta should actually be around here. It's probably worth going to have a look at it again. I wonder if my lock of hair is still there. I turned around and left. I found myself in that part of the forest again. My gaze immediately fell on the makeshift altar that was now etched in my memory. My head was starting to ache. Damn, my head's killing me, and my neck and back hurt so much. Do I need to see something again, or am I just getting old before my time? I tried to stretch my neck, but the heaviness and fatigue didn't go away. Sighing wearily, I pushed myself to go further.
I can see you feeling unwell again.
Ratan, you are literally just a piece of... Ugh! I jumped at the sound of his voice, turning around sharply.
God, you scared me. I thought that crazy guy was back. Abay, I'll never lay a hand on you again, trust me.
What are you doing here? Are you following me? You followed him first.
It's funny, you would ask me that.
That's... I knew it, yeah.
I knew right away that you were going to the altar.
What did you expect? We're traumatized. My bones ache. Why do I always feel unwell in that forest? Do I need to see something again?
No, it's just that many different things happen here. Some were evil and cruel.
What's happening to me? Tell me something, he sighed.
A lot of blood was shed during local rituals. There was fear and suffering in this blood, and it's endowed with strong energy. It's still everywhere here, on the trees, the branches, the ground, even the blood that was spilled years ago. You can feel it, and they feel you too. That's why it's hard for you to be here.
They? Who are you talking about?
I want respect, nice. All those killed in this forest over the years. The disordered part of the soul of everyone who died a violent death, the part that didn't find peace. They are scared or furious. These strong feelings are looking for someone alive involved in their death to cling to.
But I'm not involved in that.
I won't say that.
You are Kali. I keep on saying you are Kali.
How do you know about this? Do you feel it too, or see it? I see it clearly.
You learn important information. What exactly do you see? Me? Them?
You don't want to know?
Yes, I do want to know.
Ratan stared at me, a trace of regret in his eyes. I could only guess what he was seeing.
Oh my god. So he also has this capability to see through that veil. Oh my god. He sees the boots.
Take Mara, you'll feel better.
That's why we keep on having headaches when we're here. They're trying to cling on to us, but we don't actually have anything to do with their death, actually. I keep on clinging to that. We are Kali. I obeyed. After a few moments, the pressure in my chest seemed to diminish slightly. I immediately remembered Ibrahim's words. A strange aura of inner tranquility. What exactly did he mean? We arrived at the altar.
Oh, my lock of hair. It was gone. Someone took it. It's bad when a part of you is in the hands of a person who knows the art of ritual.
So what should I do now?
I'll take care of it. Let's get out of here.
Ratan, why did you bring me to Calcutta? Please answer me.
All in due time. You just need to be here.
I sighed heavily. All these damn riddles. After a while, a new driver arrived and we all got ready to leave. The man had just opened the doors of his car for us when we heard a heart-wrenching cry of pain. The three of us turned around startled. Who was killed? The two men were carrying a body wrapped in a white sheet. An old man was following them, weeping bitterly. Don't tell me it's the old Brahim. Are you kidding me? Mahavir? The Brahim spoke loudly to call out to all the villagers. Okay, I literally was about to say, he told us something and now that he's being murdered? No.
Abai, my son, he hanged himself right in front of the shrine of the mother goddess. My blood, whining to atone for his sin, consumed by shame, he killed himself.
I can't say I'm happy that he killed himself. I can't say that I'm happy that he murdered himself. Honestly, Queen Kali is trying. She's actually trying me. Every time she thinks that something you do is not the right way, you end up being killed. Killing someone is not always the answer, you know. The women around them were sighing ruefully, the men wailing, the children craning their necks startled. I froze in fear watching the body being carried somewhere further away, probably to a funeral pyre.
May Mother take him into her arms, may the flame lift him up and cleanse him of the crunching burden of sin. May she accept his sacrifice, otherwise my suffering will kill me too. Whose hair did he take? Those lack of hair was in his mouth.
No, that's funny. That's funny. Can I just, I'm just gonna say what I think right now. The ghosts that were trying to grab onto us, they literally murdered him for Queen Kali and put our hair in his mouth as a sample that you do not touch me. Can I think of it like that? The Rahim started looking around, his eyes glazed. I instantly realized whose hair he was talking about. Was it really a Bey who built the altar and put my hair there? And then? But the villagers didn't look surprised. Some of them looked at me harshly. It was as if they knew about the altar. A Bey hanged himself because he felt ashamed in front of his father. I shuddered with fear and disgust. Killian's large hand lay on my shoulder.
So, please don't blame yourself. He did something terrible and decided to punish himself.
I know, but it's so scary. Killian comforted you because you're close. Oh, I love you too, Killian. Ratan watched the body being carried away. His somber words got stuck in my head.
Also mute messages from the realm of the dead. When there are many of them, it's never a good sign.
With these words, he turned away. We got into the car and drove to Calcutta in complete silence. It's still not necessary to murder them. I arrived in the city in the evening. The light was on in the house, and my hosts were still awake. When I walked inside, it was surprisingly noisy. One of the voices was painfully familiar. It's Kiran! I immediately rushed into the living room where I found my brother. Let's go! Kiran!
Amala.
My younger brother came up to me and I immediately rushed to hug him. The boy grimaced, but I knew perfectly well that he was just as happy to hug me, but didn't want to show it. You're finally here. When did you arrive?
This afternoon, but you weren't home.
I got stuck at work.
I'm not here alone.
My brother stepped aside, and just then I noticed a stranger in the room. Why do the new characters keep on getting hotter? Oh my god. Oh, I'm so sorry. Are you Mr. Grant?
Yes, please call me Gabriel.
Oh my god, this man! Oh my god, he has no reason being this fine. He has no reason being this fine! Oh my god! I'm so sorry.
I completed my assignment and escorted your brother here. And then I decided to stay here until you arrived.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. It was very responsible of you to take good care of him.
Thanks to a choice you made earlier, your relationship has improved, huh? The cook has just set the table. I'll ask her to add plate for you, Amala.
I'll help Kiran get settled in his bedroom.
Please give him one closer to mine if possible.
Amala.
Silence, Kiran!
Of course. Let's go find you a nice room.
You don't have to sleep in my room in my bed, Kiran, but you can at least have a room that's next to mine. Let me take care of you, for God's sake. The teenager picked up his things and followed Mr. Chauhan. Priyanka went to the dining room and met Gabriel's eyes. He smiled. Well, thanks again for your help. I'll see you at work.
Could you stay for a moment?
He is so fine. Lima. Oh my God, girl. Your taste is exquisite. Let me stop. What for?
For personal conversation.
He is so fine. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. Oh my God, I'm horrible. Okay, all right. Talk to me. What's wrong? Gabriel nodded, then took a step closer. He looked around, making sure that we were alone.
I gathered from the reports that this case is very complicated. The murder of a member of an emergency task force is unprecedented situation. I'm determined to complete this task in the shortest possible time. AMRIT Rose wrote in his report that you could become a problem.
Uh-huh. What?
I don't know what you were at odds, but I'm asking you to behave properly with me.
He was the problem, not me. Rose is dead, and yet he still gives me trouble even from beyond the grave. Mama, that's funny. I couldn't even meet my brother because I was focused on work.
I see.
Gabriel was watching me closely, and the corners of his mouth twitched.
I hope we'll work together efficiently then. It's been a long time since I worked with a woman.
With women, this man says. Gabriel is pleased that you were willing to make time for him.
Okay. I'll see you at the embassy tomorrow then.
Grant said goodbye and left the house. I don't know what to think about this right now, but honestly, Mr. Rose, even from the grave, really? I sank onto the sofa wearily, trying to catch my breath. Yes, how do I explain to him everything that's going on with our case? That might take a while. He was willing to take on the case, so he better make time for it. I leaned back on the sofa, closing my eyes, and started to relax. But then, my fingertips began to tingle and my body suddenly grew weak. The feeling was way too familiar.
Who's there?
A shadow flickered on the wall. And because we love it, someone else is in the house once again. We love it. But yeah. Our new boss is hot. Let me stop. I'm sad that I didn't see my soulmate AMRIT for 2 episodes. I'm broken. And yeah, let's just see what's gonna happen now. I have 33 respect points. Take that, people. Well, anyways, that was it for today. Let's see what will happen in the next episode. If Gabriel will be nice to us and not a sexist. I hope you enjoyed it. Tell me in the comments below what you think was best, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye.